Nezuko was an amazing demon slayer, no one can disagree. A prodigy, drastically improving her skills with each mission she completed. Even then, she used her locks on occasion. She leaned back into the hot spring and turned to you, her pink eyes looking for something. Ryan-chan? You hummed a response, lost in thought about something you'd rather not share. What's on your mind? Nothing in particular. That wasn't true at all. The matter of fact is, her brother Tanjiro was creeping you out. He was a demon firstly, which already put you on edge. Secondly, he seemed to follow you around as much as he followed Nezuko, whenever you were available, of course. You sure? She was observant, with a keen eyesight and an even keener sense of empathy. She was too sweet for her own good. Yeah, you know, I've been thinking I've been here long enough. I'm going to start wrinkling like an old lady if I stay here any longer. You joked, giving her a hearty chuckle. But every muscle and every bone in your body aches. Everything aches. You needed to sleep. You go to climb out, but her hand grabs your forearm. I know there's something wrong, Ryan-chan. There is something wrong, you wanted to say. Your older brother is creeping me out. But you're her friend, and you know that would hurt her feelings, so you decide to endure it and just say that you've been feeling out of it recently. You can tell that she doesn't believe you, but let it go for now. Okay, feel better. That smile of hers beams like the sun. How did she get her teeth to be so pearly white? You climbed out the hot spring, dried yourself off, and made the short trek back to your shared room. Your yukata carelessly wrapped around you. He didn't bother to do it properly, seeing that no one would be in the room. You opened the door, no one should be there. Yet there was Tanjiro sitting on your bedroll. Hey Tanjiro, you said softly. What are you doing here? He's smaller than he normally is, which is really cute. If he didn't only stay like that when he was around you. Zenitsu joked about him having a crush on you, and he hated that, solely because it was a perfectly reasonable assumption. His eyes light up when he sees you. His arms reach out to make a grabby motion with his hands. He didn't really want to, with your yukata haphazardly thrown on, but you approached him anyways and let him cuddle up to you. What's up? He hasn't said anything since you met him. That bamboo muzzle never left his mouth. He only rests his head on your shoulder and closes his eyes. You notice that he grew quite a bit, just enough for him to wrap his arms around you completely. You let him stay like that for a little bit. You may think he's a little cute like this, but he does it all the time. It's a little creepy when it's repetitive. Tanjiro, I need to sleep. He holds you tight in his arms, but only rolls you onto your side of the bedroll. It's now only that you realize he rolls the covers back and he reaches up to pull the covers, but you stop him. I like to sleep alone, you clarify. His eyes water a bit at the statement. You can sleep with your sister, you suggested, but he didn't seem to like that idea very much, and just disappears into his box to sleep. You find it odd and sort of cute, but he's not sharing a bed with you, and that's what matters. At this point, it's less about him being a demon and more about him being 15. He's your age, and it seems off to share a bed with him. You wonder if he understands that. Probably not, because none of his advances have ever been sexual or romantic in any manner. You close your eyes and drift off into a peaceful sleep. Your eyes slowly open again, only to discover the moon higher in the sky. It must be already late, because Nezuko is asleep by your side. Her bed will only be a few meters away. You look up to your side and see Tanjiro peeking out of his box, staring directly at you. He crawls out and strides over to you, his regular size, now wearing his usual Hattori, just a yukata just like the rest of you. Tanjiro, go back to sleep. He keeps approaching you till eventually he gets to your bedside. He lifts the covers and grows to crawl in, but you press down the covers. No, you whispered harshly. Your words didn't seem to go through to him. I see anger cross his features for the first time directed at you. Never feared someone or something more than in your entire life than in this moment. Your sword is far away, and knowing that you couldn't do anything to hurt him and keep your friendship with Nezuko, and by extension Zenitsu and Inosuke. His features soften upon seeing the fear on your face, and takes it as a cue to crawl into the covers with you. He's warm and soft. He's well built with just enough fat not to be uncomfortable while hugging or snuggling. You let him cuddle into your side, and you realize that he took off his bamboo muzzle when he came into your bedroll. You let him stay there and try to sleep. Really do. But it's a little hard with Tanjiro next to you. Eventually, his breathing lulls you off into a light sleep, only to be awakened by Nezuko shaking Tanjiro awake. Tanjiro, you need to go back into the box, she whispers, trying not to wake you up. She failed, but it's the effort that counts. But he clings onto you harder, and buries his head into the crook of your neck. Tanjiro, you said, it's time to get up. We have to head home soon. The amount of effort it took for him to pry off your arm and practically shove him into the box was ridiculous, but eventually you managed to hit the road with Zenitsu, Nezuko, and Inosuke. The latter two are fighting, while you and Nezuko stay a little farther behind solely so you can say that you have nothing to do with them when the need arises. She turns to you and smiles softly. Wyan-chan, she says, Tanjiro is very fond of you. I know, you didn't realize how bitter the words sounded until the words came out of your mouth. Oh, I understand it might be a little difficult. He's grown attached to you, almost as attached he has grown to me. She turns towards you as she talks. I think it's cute though, that he likes you like that. You can feel the blood rush to your face and you chuckle nervously. Like what? I think Zenitsu is right. I think he has a crush on you. I sure hope not. It'll be a little weird on my end, you said. Having my friend's brother have a crush on me. Thinking about that makes me uncomfortable. You rub the back of your neck. And besides, he seems to treat me a lot like you, especially when he crawls into my bed every night. Nezuko grins. I think that's so cute. I didn't realize that he did it all the time. I thought he only did that when he's lonely. Well, he must be lonely a lot then, because he clings to me whatever chance he gets, you explain. It's almost exhausting. You hear Inosuke shout something loud, and turn towards your friend. I think we should be intervening. They're being disruptive. She nods. That's probably a good idea. The next waypoint by sundown. Despite all the bickering between the two boys of the group and the numerous pit stops for Zenitsu to use the bathroom. When dusk turns to twilight, you're in the garden alone, watching the wisteria trees blow in the summer winds. You can hear the crickets chirping, and it's annoyingly loud. Tanjiro managed to sneak out past his sister and Inosuke, who wants to fight him as much as he wants to fight anyone else. He sits beside you and is uncomfortably quiet. You wish you could talk, so you can ask him why. Why does he want to be so close to you? Why does he look at you like you hold the stars in your eyes? What does he see in you besides being his sister's friend? You notice that his muscles around his neck, but his lips are closed. You couldn't help but stare. You don't get to see them very often. He looks back at you. His eyes are looking into yours as well. His hand reaches out to hold yours. You can see some trepidation in his eyes, like he's going to do something he may regret. You squeeze his hand back. He may scare you sometimes, but it hurts to see him like this. Tanjiro, is something wrong? He doesn't answer, but instead brings his hand up to your cheek, his thumb brushing below your eye. You close your eyes to pretend this isn't happening, or to bask in the affection you only get from him. You don't see him slowly lean in until his lips brush against yours. Suddenly you understand everything. The way he holds your hand when you're traveling at night. How he does whatever he can to be near you or in your arms. How he looks at you like you mean the world to him. He does like you like that, and that scares you. You lean away from him, eyes wet with unshed tears and wide in shock. He doesn't let go of your face and wipes the tears from your cheekbone. Tanjiro, you need to stop. You go to stand up, but the hand that grasps yours moves to your bicep. He pulls you close, his other arm wrapping around your neck, and for the first time you have ever known, he talks. No. Hey guys, thank you for listening to the video. Sorry if I sounded a little choppy because of the editing I'm doing and I'm recording on my computer. And second of all, sorry if this sounds rushed. Mostly because I did so many takes of this. It's crazy. Like I did like 20 takes of like one part. And like I wanted to throw my computer across the room at this point. And probably because I was just out of my mojo because I haven't recorded in a long while. So probably that. But I still hope you guys enjoyed it anyways. Just remember to like, comment, and subscribe just like I said in the intro. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.